Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day out with perfect penny, of course. You can see the sun coming up behind me. You know, I was talking to a friend the other day about storytelling. When I was younger, I was quite possibly the worst student in the world. And I probably was undiagnosed with a learning disability. And I remember in 7th grade, I was taking reading masteries. And then I remember my first day of 8th grade English. I was taking the same classes as everybody else. And I go, but wait, in 7th grade, they weren't doing reading masteries from 3rd grade. No, they were doing regular English. And yet here I was about to be in the same class with them. How did it happen? You know, it's schools and kind of students get kind of left behind. I wouldn't say I was left behind because I was smart. I just couldn't put it down on paper. I just had problems with putting it down on paper. So actually, that's what I was going to talk to you about today is I got 3 tools that I use on a daily basis to put things down on paper. How good do these tools work? Well, I wrote thousands of TV commercials. I was in the Writers Guild, and a lot of times when I would write this stuff, I would know that the people needed a marketing message, not just a commercial. You know, so it was painful for me to give away my babies. Commercials were my babies, and I would give them to people that weren't at the spot when they needed a commercial. They just needed a marketing message. Here's the 3 tools that I use on a daily basis. Number 1, of course, is Grammarly. Grammarly is great because it integrates with your email and it just shows you where there might be problems, punctuation problems, all those little kind of things. Grammarly is great. Actually, I have another video on Grammarly if you want to just watch that one. Number 2, which is kind of crazy, but it's real. I was a TV sales rep for a little while, and you have to tell people what's available all the time. I would write available in an email, 50 times a day as a TV rep. And so I'd send these out. So what is that? 50 times a day, 360, you do the math. I wrote it a lot. And for some reason, my brain, it's like in a fog when it comes to spelling. Available, there's like a V in it, there's an I, there's a T, there's all kinds of things in there. So available is one of those words that I always had problems with. So I got this idea that if I wrote it down a lot, I'd remember it. And it didn't happen, but the idea did come into something else. So on my desktop, I have a Word document of all the words that I can't spell. And I know this is real. I really have it. I can show it to you. When I'm on my computer, I'll show it to you. Because I have a Word document with all the words I can't spell. And I just use that. I pop that open, and it's like 30 words. But it's words I use every day. Available is a great example. Hierarchy is another example of words that's right, a Word document on my desktop with words I can't spell. It's a little embarrassing, but it's not even really usable. I don't really use it as much as I used to. But what I do with it, it's a safety blanket. So I have this like little safety blanket of, well, if I can't get it, I can just go to my little document. So it's really a safety blanket, and it's a really awesome tool. And my nephew has problems with a learning disability. He's probably got dyslexia, and he uses this now too. It's really helpful. And the 3rd and final tool that I use all the time, which I'm sure everyone does now, but it's Google searching. And not Google searching by typing it. I Google search by voice. So when I get stuck on something and I'm looking for an idea, I Google search it. And there's something out there that's inspirational. But make sure you use your voice. Because if you type it in, you're kind of letting Google do it. And if you use your voice, you'll find it. You'll find your path. It's really kind of cool. And I use that for storytelling tips all the time. But if you want to watch that other Grammarly video, it's in-depth on Grammarly and how awesome it is. Thank you.